Children and a decomposing horse, early 1900s. Mrs. Lucy Libertine and Children, 1911. Flatbush Avenue and 4th Avenue, Brooklyn, 1910. Greeley Square and Newsboys, May 1903. Three Homeless Boys Sleeping, 1888. The Banana Docks of New York, circa 1905. Coney Island beach scene, circa 1904. Cherry Hill Alleyway, 4th Ward, 1888. Tenement Courtyard at 24 Baxter Street, 1890. Street scene on Pell Street, Chinatown, 1909. Longacre Square, before Times Square, circa 1904. Street clam vendors at Mulberry Bend, circa 1900. Redhead Bathing Beauty Contest, Luna Park, July 4th, 1901. Bandits Roost, Mulberry Street, 1888. Midland Beach, Staten Island, 1898. Slum Dwellers, Lower East Side, 1890. Brighton Beach Lifeguard, circa 1905. Poor English Coal Workers Family, 1890. Miniature Electric Railway, Luna Park, circa 1905. Immigrants with Street Organ, 1897. Mulberry Street, Little Italy, circa 1900. Delancey Street and Williamsburg Bridge, 1907. Sponge Vendor, 1896. Fifth Avenue snowstorm, circa 1905. Mott Street Industrial School, 1889. Snowstorm silhouettes, circa 1899. Rooftop playground with dolls, circa 1919. Sixth Avenue pretzel vendor, circa 1910. Hamilton Fish Park Playground, April 2nd, 1909. Street scene Fifth Avenue by the Plaza Hotel, circa 1898. Children in goat-drawn carriages, Central Park, 1904. Central Park, 1875. Winter Carnival, Upper Saranac Lake, 1909. The Statue of Liberty, 1875. James Clark, Brooklyn Marathon winner, 1909. Fifth Avenue, 1877. Blackwell's Island prisoners, circa 1890. Ellis Island, 1892. REO Mountaineer Travelers in the Bronx, June 1906. The Brooklyn Bridge, 1880. Broad Channel Summer House, circa 1910. The New York Police Department, 1880. Free ice distribution, during heat wave circa 1900. The Pulitzer Building, 1890. Mott Street Italian Festival, May 16, 1908. Grace & Company Bank, 1,895. A Snowy Park, 1941. The Flatiron Building, 1902. Grand Central Station, 1948. A Boat Tour, 1903. Penn Station, 1950s. The Metropolitan Museum of Art, 1905. St. Patrick's Cathedral, 1950s. The Natural History Museum, 1905. The Plaza Hotel, 1950. Midtown, 1920s. Central Park, 1952. New York Stock Exchange, 1929. Times Square, 1952. Macy Thanksgiving Parade, 1930s. Coney Island, 1953. Rockefeller Center, 1930s. Manhattan's waterfront, 1953. Harlem, 1933. The railway system, 1955. Radio City Music Hall, 1934. Ambassador Hotel, 1955. East River, 1934. Times Square, 1955. Rockefeller Center at Christmas, 1933. Waldorf Astoria Hotel, 1958. Grand Central Station, 1940s. Marching in Protest, 1965. Park Avenue, 1940s. The Streets of Manhattan, 1969. The Chrysler Building, 1948. That New York skyline, 1970s. Skating in Central Park, 1940. Rochester, 1900. New Yorkers lined up outside of an employment agency in 1937. Fourth Lake, 1894. New York City, 1930s. Buffalo, 1901. Pictured below, you can see a woman working in a New York City tailor shop in 1936. Tyahannock Falls, 1895. A New York City salesman attracting a large crowd of New Yorkers in 1936. Syracuse University, circa 1898 to 1906. Here you can see mothers with their children on the streets of New York City in 1936. Watkins Glen State Park, 1916. Here you can see what New York City food carts looked like years ago in 1938. Keuka Lake, 1894. Music was one of the small ways Americans could take their mind off of all that was going on during the 1930s. Ellis Island, 1905. New Yorkers and union protesters walking along the streets of New York City in 1936. Syracuse, 1905. Otsego County, 1937. New York City, 1900. Cooperstown, 1937. New York City, circa 1885. Albany County. Here you can see someone looking at the display in Bergdorf Goodman. Taken in 1938, you can see a New Yorker moving out of their apartment. When the days of single-room schoolhouses were still alive. Newspapers for sale in New York City, 1939. The residence of lawyer and entrepreneur Elliot Fitch Shepard and his wife Margaret Vanderbilt Shepard, daughter of William H. Vanderbilt, at 2 West 52nd Street. Farmers markets will always be one of our favorite places to go shopping. Two women stroll by a line of horse-drawn carriages, then the equivalent of taxicabs, near Madison Square. A woman reads a book next to the Washington Square Park fountain in the late 1940s. A woman gazes out at the Statue of Liberty from the deck of a ferry in the early 1900s. Pedestrians weave their way through the city's notorious traffic. Children sled down a snow-covered path in Central Park. Bystanders gather around to watch 15-year-old Valerie Harper, a ballet dancer from Jersey City and future star of the Mary Tyler Moore Show and Rhoda, execute a flying split. A photo of Times Square and its neon lights taken over a century ago. Crowds gather outside the original Nathan's Famous hot dog stand on Coney Island. A group of women lead the Manhattan delegation during a parade for the Woman Suffrage Party, a New York City-based political organization through the city. Two models wearing fur muffs, velvet dome hats, and baby waist dresses walk across the Tudor City Bridge during a photo shoot for Vogue. Deputy Police Commissioner John A. Leach, Wright, watches as two men pour liquor into the sewer, following a prohibition-prompted raid. Three pedestrians with umbrellas struggle against snow and wind as they cross an intersection at 148th Street in Harlem. A gussied-up flapper hangs a poster advertising the Greenwich Village Halloween Ball. The Radio City Rockettes performed during the 1964 Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Young girls dancing the Charleston in Harlem. Although the dance existed prior to the 1920s, it shot to popularity after appearing in the Broadway show Running Wild in 1923. Civil rights advocates march in Harlem to protest racial violence in Selma, Alabama. A view of New York City's East Side in the mid-1920s. A helicopter lands on the roof of the Pan Am building, now the MetLife building designed by German architect and Bauhaus founder Walter Gropius. Curb market traders gesture with their hands to trade stocks on Wall Street in downtown Manhattan. A view of businesses on the corner of 7th Avenue and 42nd Street in Times Square. A bankrupt investor tries to sell his luxury roadster for $100 following the 1929 stock market crash. Riders in a subway car in 1976, complete with an iconic Lark cigarettes ad. Unemployed men wait in long lines for bread and handouts during the Great Depression. New Yorkers jammed the Brooklyn Bridge in 1978 after a major power outage shut down the subway system. A young family enjoys the first day of skating on the pond near 59th Street and 5th Avenue in Central Park. Breakdancers, or B-boys, perform on a sidewalk in Greenwich Village. An aerial view of the crowd celebrating New Year's Eve in Times Square. Two men watched the Gray Pride Parade in 1984. A group of people look out from the outdoor viewing platform of the Empire State Building over New York. Pedestrians walk past the entrance to the New York Stock Exchange on Wall Street. Portrait of a group of women on a sidewalk in Little Italy. A pizza delivery man shields himself from the epic blizzard that hit New York City in March 1993. One of the worst storms in a decade. On VE Day, May 8th, 1945, or Victory in Europe Day, a woman laughs as she throws ticker tape over a balcony. A kaleidoscopic crowd of 30,000 runners crosses the Verrazano Narrows Bridge in Staten Island during the New York City Marathon. A child waves the United States flag from the crown of the Statue of Liberty.